Začínam. Hello, welcome on this webinar. And I would like to invite you, please, there is not many participants yet. Please subscribe, write me who is present and where are you from. I would like to see who participate on this webinar. We had many people apologize them because we have different time zones, and this means that this is obvious problem of webinars or any learning by webinar, that we must always take into account the time zones where the people are. So here is my message. I am Branislav Gablas. You know me from LinkedIn, you know me probably from other sources. And I would like to know where are you from, and if we can start. Okay, so let's start with training itself. This is the first session with Project Academy trainers. It means that we are just on the start. Project Academy is a new project which was launched only a few months ago, and all the time beforehand we prepared the content. As you saw on the website, there are many options to either download ebooks. I am author of more of these ebooks. There is the option to take some exam or sample exam. So I believe that this content will be updated or extended later. At the moment, we have also translations to about 5-6 languages. We will continue translating to another languages. So I believe in a couple of months, Project Academy will be fully operational. So let's start with the presentation. I have prepared a short presentation. In fact, this is webinar, and the similar webinar will be used also for the training. It means that you can type on the right side, you can type your message, you can type your questions, whatever you want to ask. And if this system is used for training, there is also option to see you on the camera. So I know that the classroom training has the biggest impact because there is kind of eye contact. The trainer can easily recognize if people know the answer or do not know the answer. But the best option, if we can't do a classroom training, is webinar. So I will show you. I will now to. Hello, welcome, Jackie. Yes, I am from Slovakia. You read my profile. I am from Slovakia. So this is the first session. I believe we will have more sessions during maybe coming weeks or coming months before we launch definitively Project Academy for the public. So what Project Academy is about? Project Academy, we have a vision. I apologize at the beginning, I am not English native, so maybe my pronunciation and my grammar might not be all the time the best one, but I believe once we start in communication, you will understand everything what I want to say, and it shouldn't be an obstacle. Oh, thank you. It shouldn't be an obstacle to our communication or to our training. So our vision is to make available high quality project management training. Doesn't mean only project management, but all the associated or relevant subjects for a reasonable price. It means that more people can afford it without any geographical limitations. It means using mainly webinars or online training. And our mission, we have more missions. First of all, organize live, free, and paid trainings, certifications, and consultancy in any subject matter. I will explain quickly or in the next slide why I have in mind free also free trainings or free webinars. Another mission is give reasonable online content and e-learning. So this website, and not only website, but whole content, whole system will allow people also watch or learn via either online trainings or e-learnings or however we call it. Also meaning all the subjects from project management and relevant. Provide a platform for any kind of training. So this is, I want, or we want that any trainer who has the idea or who has good training can use this platform to train other people. At the moment, it might be quite difficult. Many experts have the idea they would like to train, they want to give the message to others, but they are not sure about which platform to use or how to find the public. So the idea behind the Project Academy is that we find the public or the students or potential students, we provide the platform, and anyone who has good training, whatever training, can use it to train the people. Another idea is organize a discussion meetings with project manager, trainers, and professionals, so we can meet together and discuss this, etc. So this is in general what we plan to do in coming months or coming years, I believe. What is the task of our trainer? I explained you in the previous email. One of the tasks is make free webinars to gain the trust. But this is not mandatory. It doesn't mean that each trainer must provide or give free trainings. I have got a question from one expert asking me if or why I invited him. He doesn't want to give free training or cheap training. No, the idea is not to give free or cheap training to someone else. There is another idea behind which I will explain soon. Make paid trainings of your subject matter. So it means that you can give the training to anyone who wants, or from the subject you know. It might be more subject. You might be project manager. You might know some interpersonal skills or soft skills, etc. Another task is prepare free or paid online content. So our system is ready also to train via online. It means not live. Trainers should also help with marketing. I will talk about it some later. Some of trainers can also participate on management work, so they will help to manage all the Project Academy and to be active in the management. So now I come to the question, why to make free webinars? In the webinar, everybody or every trainer who didn't try to train on webinars must gain certain skill on webinar presentation. So giving free webinars is the possibility to train themselves in webinar trainings. Another thing is that the person or the trainer or the whole Project Academy will gain the trust of public. It means that when anyone wants to take a training, people or students are hesitating. Is this training good? Is this worth? Will I understand the subject? And free webinars is exactly the place where the potential students can watch the presenter, watch the trainers, watch the training materials. So if they like it, they will, with high possibility, buy later, pay any kind of paid courses. In fact, the trainers are selling themselves. Even if they provide the service for free, they are selling their skills and their knowledge and gaining the trust. Another option or another reason is that this webinar will provide a platform for any kind of training. So it means that also people who will not be directly invited to become trainers may use this platform for the trainings. And finally, make marketing and sale. At present, maybe in the past years, the situation on marketing was simple. For example, direct marketers came to your house, ring on the doorbell, and when you open, they say, yes, hello, do you like the books? And if you say yes, they say, well, I have these books, or he might ask which kind of books, and he started selling. At present, the situation is completely different. People hate this kind of sale. So first of all, you must give them value. Give value first, and this is the free webinar. Give people value, gain the trust. And once they gain the trust, people will start buying the trainings. So that's why free webinars is the best way how to persuade people later to buy training. The question is, by trainers, how much can I earn? So it depends on your subject matter. You know, maybe the training, PMI training, is more expensive than some soft skills. We will search the market price and give a reasonable price. So I can't tell you now how much you can earn depending on your knowledge or your skill. Certainly, it will depend on number of attendees. These webinars cannot be organized. I will give you an example. If you want 2,000 euros and you have 2 attendees, or $2,000 and you have 2 attendees, these attendees wouldn't pay even your fee. So it will depend on number of attendees. But again, you can attract attendees by your free presentations. So it means that first of all, you will sell yourself in free webinars, and then invite people to paid webinars. Yes, here's a question: do you have minimum number of attendees for paid work? It will depend on yourself. If you say, I am not able or I am not willing to earn under 4 people because you know how much you earn, then we will not organize webinars with less than 4 people. The advantage is that there will be whole participant of Project Academy who will be informed about webinars. So this will not be just some advertisement in I don't know, in Google, but we will send, if once you decide to organize paid webinars, we will invite all registered users of Project Academy, and they can choose if they take your webinars or not. So this will be it will also be marketing activity. Invite. You might have a Facebook group. You might have a LinkedIn group or participate on LinkedIn group. So you can also invite attendees to your webinar and actively increase the number of attendees. Also, it will depend on online content. I didn't mention it, or I mentioned it only partially, that you can prepare online content and you can sell it on the website. So it will depend. If you have online content and someone buys this online content, you will earn money without webinar, the direct webinar participation. There is a payment scheme which is proposed for a while. Or affiliating, I will explain later. 40% of fees which your attendee will think it's a much bigger portion which you get if you train classroom training for any training institution. Bad connection. I'm sorry for this. Is it still still, can you listen me, or where is the issue? Maybe I am on fiber. Yes, but it might be anywhere between ourselves, my computer and your computer. Anyway, a replay will be available. So whatever you missed, I will upload you a replay of this webinar. So this is payment scheme, as I explained. 40% goes for the administration of Project Academy, 20% is marketing cost or affiliate fee to get any student, and 40% is trainer fee. So what will happen next? I want to, if you decide to take part on Project Academy website, I want to update your profile. Here is the link where you can, where is the simple form and some information about yourself. Please fill up the form and send me your profile photo, and you will appear on Project Academy website as the partner trainer. I will organize few webinars to test. So first of all, we will get together and show ourselves and train, and the student or the participant will be another trainer. So we will change the roles, and I want that those who are not familiar with webinar or virtual classroom trainings, I will train you, and you will get this skill. We will have regular question and answer sessions, so whatever will be need to decide, we will meet together or at least send emails, and we will ask and answer the questions. In the meantime, you can think about the free webinars, which presentation you can make. Free webinar doesn't need to be long. It might be maybe 20 minutes about one particular subject. So there is, the free webinars are not about training people, it's about explaining some piece of, let's say, of puzzle, and of course sell ourselves, or trainers sell themselves as the good presenters, and then at the end you might invite people, if you like our free webinar, please join my training, whichever training you are expert or you will organize. And free webinars will also serve for gaining the students for your webinars on, in general, for Project Academy. And here is the clue. Everyone affiliated means that everyone who brings student will get those 20%. We have sophisticated affiliated system, is not yet incorporated in Project Academy, is in our another website, where you get specific link, and you get specific link, and if any student comes with this link and subscribes, and if he takes any exam within the next 1 year, you get yours 20%. That is why I will ask you to make some kind of marketing of Project Academy, but not yet. When affiliated system works, then you will get your specific link, and you can watch how many students, for example, just subscribed or registered with Project Academy. And if those students buy any kind of paid products, either online course, e-learning, webinar, training, or certification, you get 20%. Jackie is asking about, Rayad is asking about the copyright. Yes, in fact, for example, I am Prince 2 certified trainer, and I have certified training materials by the Axelos. Concerning others, it's possible if you use your own training materials which you have for your classroom. For online content, there is sufficient to declare the copyright and we can sell the online content. We will judge it from training to training. So I don't see it's a big issue yet. Soft skills or whatever, you can prepare the subject. If there is a citation or other necessary, let's say, links to original content, I believe we are okay this, or we can buy. In fact, there might be some service providers who bought the online trainings, and if they upload it to our system, they get 40%. So we will solve it. No sound. No sound. I don't like. Still no sound. I'm sorry for this. Riot has sound clear. I have no idea what happens with the sound. Jackie, sorry. You will watch replay. And after what's the next? In fact, at the moment we have about 1,000 registered users or registered students. I can't say how many of them is willing to pay for the webinar, but they registered because they downloaded an ebook which I wrote. Our objective is to have about 10,000 registered users before we start to organize paid webinars. You can decide to make paid webinars anytime, but I will not guarantee you the number of students. So once we have about 10,000 students, I believe we can always find 5, 6, 7 students for paid webinars. But beforehand, we will already organize free webinars, free sessions, and trying to gain the trust. Trying to gain the trust, send regular email to our students so they would be familiar that we are organizing also free events. And once they need some real certification, then we will provide them a real certification. And here is my contact. So anyone who wants to contact me, here is my email address. You will have the option to see it or to have it in a replay, or you can write it now. I have more email addresses. We have the domain name prince2net, so there is another option. Here is my Skype, if you want to talk to me by Skype, so no problem. The question is, when we organize next webinar, I must see first the reaction on this webinar. And I expect maybe within 2-3 weeks we can do next webinar. Then I go for holiday for a longer time, and I will be back at the end of July. So maybe next webinar will be sometimes end of June or end of July. I will give you a few moments to ask the question. Are there some more questions which you want to ask at the beginning, or I answered everything you wanted? Okay, great. So thank you very much for participating. Do we? No. Do we deliver it? This is maybe. Thank you for great question. We will deliver webinar in different languages and different time zones. So maybe exactly some not minor, if I say Hindi or Chinese, but not so popular languages, as I say, if we have presenters in those languages and there is a market, you are maybe alone who will organize webinar training in your subject. So yes, the question is, the other languages will also be available, and it will be on decision of trainer. When you announce new webinar, you must also announce which time zone you are going to deliver it. So which will be your target market. It might be either Asia, Europe, or United States, or some of them you might cover with one timing. And also you decide in which language. When can we start uploading our training? The system is not yet ready for your training. For a while there are only free trainings. If you have, so you can give maybe first chapter or something like this, or first module, give it for free. You will be recognized as an author, and you can invite people to buy the whole training. But for a moment, the system is not yet ready to sell any online content and any webinars. So I believe we will be able to sell online content and webinars sometimes in August, maybe September. In the meantime, we will give free content and free webinars, and as I said, we need to gather more than 10,000 students before we start selling, because we must find a reasonable amount of participants for each webinar, and 1-2 participants is not enough to pay you as the trainer. Are there some more questions for a while? Thank you, Ryan. Excellent question for these languages. I sent you in the previous slide. There were link org PM's trainers. There is the questionnaire, quick questionnaire. Write me something about yourself, about your profile, and I will then publish it on our website. Contact me for whichever reason you need. You will receive an email with replay link, and I hope we will see you on the next webinar. Thank you very much, and see you sometime.